is a Bramble Jam podcast. Hi, I'm Bran. It's Christmas week, and I love Hallmark Christmas movies.
Hey, it's Panda. Oh, it is definitely Christmas week. Oh, man, and I like Hallmark Christmas movies.
Hey there. It's Dan. It's Christmas week, everybody. And I despise Hallmark Christmas movies. And this is the
Deck the Hallmark Podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Wow, everybody.
Right around the corner. It's right
Christmas
around the corner,
is here.
Brandon.
You can smell it. You can smell the peppermint, the sugar cooks, the sweet sound. Sweet. You can hear it. The sound of paper cutting.
For a guy that loves Christmas, it was weird you didn't have anything else in the holster there.
Well, I was gonna say you can the smell of wrapping paper, but I don't know if that has a thing. So then
The sound of that. Yep. For sure.
What's that sound?
Oh, man. That's
That
a
was a
podcast. Sweep of the
good
Nation.
podcast.
Listen,
Now, there's one episode of a podcast out there called "What's That Sound?"
you got to
that
find it.
You can only listen to if you join Bramble Jam Plus.
Stop selling.
Yeah.
It is a how would you even describe
A sonic
this show?
experience unlike any other.
It is a
Where we
sonic.
just get mad about labels of sounds and answering questions.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But a fan favorite, I think.
A fan favorite, for sure. The fans of that show do have it as their favorite.
Yeah.
I was told that some people listen to it on a regular basis
Okay, good for them. Good for them.
because you never know what the sound's going to be, even though it's the same episode over and over again.
Brent, as per usual, it works out perfect. We're going to be with the people here with new episodes all the way through Christmas Eve.
It's almost like it was made for us.
It was made for us.
Yeah,
That's right.
We'll be with you until Christmas Eve.
People don't want to miss the Christmas Eve episode.
No.
You typically get a rendition of the Christmas shoes at
Yeah.
some point. That's a tradition unlike any other.
That's exactly right. It's a beautiful
Send off.
send-off.
Send off.
I was going to say it's a beautiful song, but I'm trying not to lie this holiday season.
No,
When we
it's
sing
the
it, it's
heart that we.
beautiful.
Yeah, I think when we
It's
do
the
it.
heart that we put into it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's exactly
for sure.
That's exactly right. Panda, you were just telling me how much you were loving the new Bramble Jam show, Christmas Morning.
Yeah, I love it.
What's your favorite part of that show? That program?
I think the when we get to do the music vote at the very end, I actually voted.
you did.
I
you
did
voted.
Vote. I voted for
Wouldn't
Scott.
vote.
You voted for Scott.
I did.
One.
I voted for his the jingle song that was
The funk.
Yeah, the jingle funk.
Christmas
Yep.
funk.
Yep, that's the one.
That's what you voted for.
Yeah, I did.
Christmas morning's such a great show.
Rick.
People whine about how close it's getting to Christmas and they're already sad.
Yeah.
Then they have depressing news and then they read the TV guide.
Yeah. But you listen every day.
That is wild. That actually is accurate.
Yeah, that is
Rig.
accurate.
Weirdly enough, Rig, that's accurate. But somehow I'm still a fan.
Yeah.
I don't know where that happened.
You love the TV guy.
I do love the TV guide. Big fan.
I'm thinking because of how successful that segment of the show is, I'm thinking about starting a new show where
Where we
it's
just read the TV
guy.
guide. Oh,
Guys,
TV Scotty's why it's successful.
Tonight on ABC.
The things that you guys don't know and refuse to look up are astonishing.
We look up nothing.
on a regular basis.
The fact that it's coming from you, though, it means so much.
Right?
The guy who famously does not look up a single thing.
For Hallmark movies,
Hallmark.
no,
No,
absolutely
of course
not.
not.
It's Hallmark.
It's
of course
Hallmark.
not. You guys, there's one movie you guys keep saying, you're like, Scotty finally went, I'm not even sure that's a Christmas movie. And it's 100% a Christmas, like it's very
Die Hard?
much. No. It's a movie that neither of you guys have seen or heard of. And every time you're like, is that even a Christmas movie? And you're like, I don't know. And you keep moving.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think that's what you got to do. Universal Yums is still going on. They're the holiday snack for
Come
us.
on, man.
We got a red box. We got a blue box. Everything in between.
You got the matrix of boxes.
We
over
really
here.
do. We really do. And
I chose the blue box. Woke up in a different reality.
That's
What?
true.
Everything was made of snacks. It was like Brett Debbie's house, but everything.
You mentioned Brett Debbie.
Yeah, I did.
Now, for people that are new here,
Yeah, Brett Debbie.
there's an influx of people that maybe found us on Kelly Clarkson.
So this is
And
important to
this is
recap it.
This is important. So Brett Debbie is the son
of Little
Debbie.
If you remember Little Debbie, the mascot of all the
Mascot
snack
of-
cakes.
yes,
Yep.
she was real.
She was real, and she was a child when they were invented. And now,
Yes.
when she grew up, she had a child. His name,
Yes.
Brett Debbie.
Yes.
And he,
now the little Debbie,
yeah,
obviously loves the Little Debbie snack cake, and was paid. This was back when you didn't get to say actors, especially women, didn't get the rights that they deserve.
They didn't
as actors.
No, they didn't.
And so when Little Debbie's contract was created, it was a scam. They only paid her with Little Debbie snack cake.
It was really bad.
And then they paid her to also live.
Yes.
In a house constructed out of Little Debbie snack cakes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
imagine being a boy and going to bed in a sea of Swiss cake rolls.
I think it would be a lot of fun, but at the same time horrifying.
It could get out of hand.
I just want you all to imagine what Brett Debbie, a boy who grew up in a house of Little Debbie snack cakes, would look like. And then add 100 pounds.
A bit rotund.
Yes.
Yes.
And he's a jazz artist who, tours the local circuits, playing the jazz bars.
Yes. And he kind of puts a little influx of the blues in there.
We got a clip?
We do. We always have a clip. You ready? Trace, cue that up.
Okay. Oh boy, it's Christmas time. You got those Christmas cakes. I just heard they made an ice cream out of those cakes. Hey everybody, my name is Brett Debbie and I want to know why you were taking my snack cakes, putting them in the ice cream. Actually, this sounds pretty good and I like it. Yeah, and I was born to eat.
Wow.
That was a recent
favorite
song.
one.
That was a recent one.
Wow, that was great.
I was born to eat.
Has anybody tried the Little Debbie ice cream?
No, but I was thinking about now swinging by on my way home.
It was a thing.
Yeah, the Little Debbie Christmas cakes. You know the ones.
Oh yeah,
The Christmas
I do.
cakes.
Ice cream.
They made an ice cream.
Okay.
But apparently-
All right.
You could get
I'm
at the
listening.
Wally World.
That apparently, I believe it's a
Boy.
Walmart
Exclusive.
exclusive.
At Walmart
It's a
World.
Walmart.
Yeah.
It's a Walmart exclusive.
Say you're from Travelers Rest without saying it's from Travelers Rest. It's a Wally World.
The Wally World.
I got to be honest. Thank you so much, Erin Beth. She, in the comments section, you're watching this live on Bramble Jam Plus. She said the movie's Unaccompanied Minors. Now, here's what's crazy is every time you talk about
I've seen
Minors,
Unaccompanied Minors, so it's probably not it.
it is because she did it the last week, and he was like, "I'm not sure that's a Christmas movie." And then the first time he did it, it's wild. It's wild that we can't just. That's one of
I've
Alonzo's
seen it.
favorites.
I think it's great.
It's one of Alonzo's faves.
You think I would speak up
You'd think you would speak up,
and defend it?
but you're probably just looking for the next bit of terrible news you got to deliver. You guys take a show about Christmas morning. Lament the fact that Christmas is almost over. Read the TV guide.
I
and
am
going to
go out on a limb and say that this week's news leading up to Christmas is all good news. It's all right.
How come? What's the
Dude,
depressing
that's what
news
they do.
segment?
They do.
It is not all bad news.
It's typically bad
But
news.
by and large, guys, I don't know if you know this, but the world sucks. The world sucks. By and large, the world is dying.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
And you look up the word Christmas in Google News, and it's not all sunshine and rainbows, despite what I would like. It's all like, uh-oh, there's a Christmas tree shortage. Uh-oh, some Looney Tune lit the fire on the Christmas tree. It's all bad news, everybody. It's all bad news. Hey, have you guys seen Spider-Man yet?
I have, yeah.
I have not.
It's unbelievable.
Don't spoil it for me, Brand.
Dude, Dobby the house elf, when he was in there, it was
my
crazy.
gosh.
That's
When
They
Kurt
just carried his body through.
when
And then one person said, these house elves, they're good eating.
it's dark.
I'll say this. The cameos in this movie, everyone's talking about, hey, is Garfield and
Maguire.
No, what's the dog? What's the dog's name?
Odie.
Odie.
Stupid.
They do. And
Yeah.
spoiler.
Lasagna everywhere. It's a mess.
Anyways, lots of amazing cameos. Kirk Cameron comes in there.
Yeah,
Starts
dude, he
handing out
was
tracks.
unbelievable. Yeah, it's
Spider-Man's
crazy.
guys, I'm trying to save the day.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It's crazy. He's the same in every multiverse.
Yeah.
It's really great. Does he save Spider-Man?
He does not.
That's unfortunate.
Hey, Spider-Man! Do you know where you're ending up tonight?
Oh, man.
If you die,
Good gosh.
do you know where you're ending up? Just stop for a second.
Kurt's just down there watching him just swing around back and forth like a pendulum, apparently.
All right.
And every multiverse, the same.
Everyone the same.
Everyone's the
So
same.
what
Same
happens?
pair of khaki pants. It's
14
wild.
million multiverses. He just shows up.
And he just says the same thing. And all of them.
That's
It's almost like he's a robot.
All right, Sugar Plum Twist.
Yeah,
let's do it.
So a while ago, it dropped on Hallmark Movies Now.
The good stuff.
Now, we could have gotten that service, but we didn't. We waited until it premiered on the Hallmark Channel like God intended. December 17th, 2021. Oh, that's a lot. That was a lot in that first segment. I loved it. December 17th, 2021, I went a little something like this. We meet Natalia. She's basically like heading up this production of the Nutcracker.
Basically.
Despite just being an assistant, and is also passionate about dance herself. She, later on in the movie, we find out she is like the, what's that chef? Chef
Odie.
Bobby Flay. She's like Bobby Flay, but to ballet.
Okay.
That's what they say later
wow.
on. So yeah, she's a pretty big deal. Now she's just an assistant. We then meet Vivian. We'll call her Vivi, who is an aspiring dancer and is going to audition for the Nutcracker. After a practice, Natalia meets this lighting guy, Mateo, who is like, girl, you've got moves. Vivian auditions, and Natalia's really impressed with her. She says, I think she's got something. But her boss, Miss Cat, is like, I am unimpressed by you. She's also unimpressed with Natalia and doesn't want her to be the choreographer. Natalia encourages Vivi afterwards and tells her that she's willing to talk anytime. Then Mateo asks Natalia to dinner, but she's like, I'm too busy, too much going on, I just can't. But then they bump into each other again at the tree lighting, and she finds out that he's actually very active in the community, and she's like, I had no idea. And then he had no idea that she's a famous dancer, so nobody knows anything about anybody. Natalia sees Viv's reel online of her dancing to different styles, calls her up and says, hey, can we dance together? I want to dance with somebody.
Feel the
Heat.
with somebody.
I want to see more of your moves, she says. And she agrees to mentor her. When it becomes official that Natalia doesn't get the job as choreographer, she starts to feel like she needs a new plan. Like, I got to do something to show that I can actually do this thing. And so then she decides maybe I should get my feet wet and do some choreography with Vivi, and maybe we should do this thing. And so while helping Vivi, she realizes that the ballet set to some Latin flair works really well. Some horns and whatnot in the music. So they decide to do a Nutcracker with a little pick me up. In the meantime, Natalia keeps hanging out with Mateo, eating food, singing karaoke, and slow dancing. And Vivi keeps hanging out with a music producer that she likes for reasons unknown named Justin. When Miss Cat walks in on them filming Vivi's dance on the stage where the Nutcracker is, rehearsing, but after hours, she suspends Natalia for using the space without her permission and working on something that's not a part of the company. Mateo tried to defend her, and Natalia's like, I didn't need you to speak for me. After some days of not talking, they make up thanks to some extra nudging and texting by Vivi, and they kiss underneath the mistletoe. Then Miss Cat apologizes for being mean. Everything is just coming up bases over here for the gang. She tells Miss Cat that she will come back to assist on the show if they will consider some new styles and allow her to continue working with Vivi. Miss Cat goes to talk to Vivi about something. What could it be? Who knows? It's the night of the big show. It's a huge success, but Vivi never shows up to sit with her family to watch. After the show, Miss Cat comes on stage and says, the show's not over, folks. And she announces that Natalia is the new company principal choreographer, which is big news to her. She didn't know. She then comes on stage to make a speech. Miss Cat hands her some cards to read for her speech. And she says, hey, there's an encore coming up called the Sugar Plum Twist.
Oh, that's the name of the movie.
And it's danced by Vivi, choreographed by Natalia. Vivi crushes it. They all go to an after party, and Vivi kisses Justin, and they dance together. And then Natalia tells Mateo that she made some calls to people and he's going to help with his after school program. They kiss some more, and that, my friends, was Sugar Plum Twist.
We did it.
Da 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 da. Da da da. Sugar Plum Twist. Sugar. Make a twist. Put it all together. It's a Sugar Plum Twist. Let's take a quick break.
If we have to.
Hear from some sponsors.
What are we, 20 bills in? What are we?
Ooh, 15. 16.
Okay.
We'll be right back here on that hour. Guys, you know we love these guys. BetterHelp.
Yes, we do.
BetterHelp. There is no better time to start talking to somebody about what's going on in your life than right now. BetterHelp is waiting for you. If you've ever thought about therapy, maybe you've had it before, maybe you have never done it before, you're intimidated by the whole process, BetterHelp makes it so easy to assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. And you can start communicating with that person in under 48 hours. I've signed up for BetterHelp myself, and it is basically right away I was matched with somebody. It was super easy to start setting up, whether you want to do a phone conversation, a video call, or even just talking through the typing. You can do that as well. BetterHelp is fantastic. They are helping over 2 million people take charge of their mental health and charge with the help of their experienced professionals. And all you got to do is go to betterhelp.com/Hallmark. And you're going to get 10% off your first month. That is betterhelp.com/Hallmark to get 10% off your first month of BetterHelp. What better time to do it than right now? BetterHelp.com/Hallmark. And don't forget, the entire holiday season is brought to you by Philo. Man, I love Philo.
So good.
They have come in clutch. I've done a thing, guys, where I just went in there and I saved all of the Lifetime Christmas movies that I haven't gotten to, obviously, doing this one. And I'm going to get to them throughout the year.
You got a little holiday bonus all year long.
That's exactly right, because it's unlimited DVR, so I didn't have to worry about space, and it lasts for an entire year. Very excited about that. All you got to do is go to philo.tv/DTH to get 25% off 2 months. That's going to last you through the New Year, New Movie movies on Hallmark and the other ones. Philo.tv/DTH right now. Yes, everybody.
boy, we
yes.
did it.
Yes. Sugar Plum Twist, everybody. Let's talk about it. We have 4 segments to do that. We're going to start with a hot take. We'll share exactly how we felt about this movie. Panda, you like sugar.
I do.
Not sure how you feel about plums.
I love a good plum.
And I've seen you twist and you crush it. Put all those things together in a movie.
Have you had a nectarine?
I love nectarines.
Nectarines are delightful.
Nectarines.
Put them all together. Put all those words together. We get a movie.
Yeah.
And it's time for you to share how you felt about that movie, Sugar Plum Twist.
So there's some things that I think are commendable in this movie. First of all, you have actual Spanish-speaking individuals who, and they use subtitles, guys. Like, it is great.
And they're not blocked by a
a
banner.
freaking logo, which is
Crazy.
so great.
Yeah.
And I really love the idea of this dance coming together. That I really enjoyed that plot point. There are some things that felt really forced. I wasn't a fan of either Mateo or Justin. I thought Mateo's fine. Justin's, I'm at a loss as to why he's just not great. He's just not great.
I don't think he wants to be in the movie.
Yeah, I don't. It was just, it was
He
tough to watch.
They found Justin at the craft service tables. Somebody, surely he was not the first choice, right?
Before every scene, before they call action, they tell him a piece of bad news. We're not paying you today.
Hey, Emilio Estevez isn't coming back to season 2 of the Mighty Ducks.
Good gosh. Yeah, that's still a downer.
Yeah.
He's not.
He's not. No.
We don't need to get into
I
it.
haven't even finished season 1.
Oh
so
my gosh. What are you even doing?
I don't know.
Quack.
Quack,
I
quack,
know
quack,
it's
Mr. Duck.
real sad. But anyway, yeah. So this movie's okay. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
I'm higher on it than you are, but I will say this. I am higher on you than you are. I'm higher on this movie than you are, Panda. I actually really enjoyed this movie. But I do agree. I think Justin and Mateo are, once again, unnecessary.
So dead weight.
The love story in this movie, both of them, are pointless. Just stop it. You have a fantastic storyline with two characters that are very engaging together. I really like these two leads together, Viv and Natalia. I thought their characters were great. I like the dancing. I'm not usually a big dance movie guy. I like the dancing in this movie. Just let them lead. There's no point to Mateo and to Justin. Why are we still doing this? If we're going to tell these stories of these wonderful friendships, this great mentor that's helping her become maybe who she was back when she was first getting started, that's a good enough story on its own. We don't need Mateo and we don't need Justin. The two female leads in this movie are fantastic. The dancing is great. The best dancing since the Waltz movie last year, which had some good dance scenes as well. So if you really like dance, this movie's for you. I like this movie a way more than I thought I was going to, but it's just another case of doing some really great character development and adding these love stories on top of it that aren't necessary, and that's a shame. Aside from the love stories, I really like this movie. Dan,
a lot to applaud from a cultural inclusion standpoint.
Yep.
They do a great job kind of ingraining you in a culture that is different than what you normally see on the Hallmark Channel, which is wonderful. They do this great hybrid dance thing, which is very commendable, but unfortunately, it's just a bad movie. Like, Justin and Mateo are the dead weight at the bottom of that anchor that's really holding it down below sea level. But make no mistake, the rest of the movie I found really boring as well. The dancing stuff didn't work for me. The choreography angle just seemed really, really vanilla and just like blah to me. It seemed like the same three, remarks over and over again. The Devil Wears Prada bit with the woman who's in charge there. I mean, I just was bored. I just felt like the movie lasted for forever, and it just wasn't very good. It wasn't very well written and not particularly well acted. And I did think that the two female leads, had some charisma and were fairly dynamic, but there was just not a good movie there to take them anywhere. And it's just a run-of-the-mill bad. I looked, and I kind of had it near my bottom 10. I just had a bad taste in my mouth about it. It just didn't really work for me, and I don't know why that was.
Justin
the case.
will do that to you.
Yeah.
I think what happened was the movie was middling, and then Justin and Mateo show up, and it just tank job.
Yep.
Because we're talking bad about Justin. The chemistry between Mateo and the lead was non-existent.
Top three worst kisses of the season.
Yes. Oh, the kiss was awful.
Bad.
The only
we got two of
chemistry
them.
was between the two female leads and their love of dance.
Yes.
That was the only chemistry in the entire movie, and that's why the movie's not good.
I thought their kiss was okay in the botanical garden. They kiss big ones. It's pretty.
No, they don't.
No,
I would go
no.
back there. That is about as dry
Oof,
as
it's
it gets.
bad news.
But it was cold out.
It's bad news.
Dry. Get dry lips. Happens sometimes.
Was it cold out? Do you know that for sure?
Well, I mean, they're in a botanical garden at winter.
Yeah, how do you know this was filmed at winter?
Well, I didn't say
At winter.
I'm just telling you what.
Winter
I'm just
started
telling you facts.
today, December 21st.
Wow, guys, happy winter. We didn't even
December
see winter.
20th. Today's December 20th.
Yes.
So, I'm sorry. Winter starts tomorrow or today? 20th or 21st?
I'm not sure.
So, it was not filmed in winter, for sure. We know that much.
Well,
unless it was
it's
filmed,
Christmas time, so
like,
I don't know what
yeah,
to tell you.
January. Let's get to all the feels part of the show. We talk about what this movie gives feels. Panda?
Yeah.
Good luck and Godspeed. You got this. Make up some feels. Quick. Nobody will know. I'm just the voice in Panda's head right now. Quick, do it, go.
The problem is, guys, that there's just not. Listen, this movie's okay, but there's not a lot of feels. I like the dance at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
The dance at the end's great. That's all I got. I'm not gonna.
Maybe it's my hatred of the ballet, and I when I say I hate ballet, I think ballet is beautiful, and it takes a lot of talent. I've been like 2 or 3 times in my life, and it's never.
You've
really been
seen
my
a
thing.
full ballet.
I've seen multiple full ballets. I had to do 2 in college, fine arts for fine arts credits.
You had to do a ballet.
I didn't
Dan's
have to-
actually
Yeah,
in a ballet.
I'm a ballet dancer, and so I was critiquing it the whole time.
Did you say ballet or belly?
I can't be a horse jockey. Could totally be a ballet dancer.
Dude, you get on point, and it's just
Dude,
great.
it's
From what
silent.
I
It's
gather,
silent.
you and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but in college,
Yeah.
you had a very, very weird radio show that would live commentate ballet. Is that true?
No, not true.
Got a clap. Ba-da-na-na-na-na.
Welcome to Ballet with the Bros. I'm Dan. This is Frankie. Frankie, we got a real good one this week. We got
Don't forget Tough.
Tough. Yeah, Tough. Of course not. We would never forget you when we Frankie.
You couldn't.
We got a good one this week. We got Swan Lake.
Oh, I love Swan Lake.
Oh, man. We saw it last night. What was your? No, we saw it right now. We saw the dress last night, but we're watching it right now. This part of Swan Lake's really, really good because this is when the swan meets the lake.
He fell. Tove out.
It's not a good show.
No, it wasn't. Tove really hijacked the show and
Is
was
it
really
Tove or Turf Toe?
Yeah, both in.
Back to what I was saying, which is I've sat through a couple ballets in my life. I appreciate what's going on. Never been my thing. I can't imagine sitting through the entire Nutcracker and then somebody coming out after the applause and going, "We've got more." Can you imagine that?
Yeah, I mean, if it's good.
Even in a movie theater, after a 2.5 hour boy, if somebody's like, "Hey, we got more movie,"
that's one of my wait what's, man.
like I just can't. I can't get behind.
You do
it.
that for credit scenes.
But that's a scene after the
No,
credits that pertains to the movie. It's not a
this
separate
is
movie.
Well, this is a
dude.
Nutcracker. This is a remixed Nutcracker.
I just couldn't do it.
It's a scene. It's an
No,
end credit
I have
scene.
it. I have as a wait what, man, because you know what people love to do after sitting through a 2-hour ballet of the Nutcracker.
Is see more ballet.
See more
Some
ballet.
people do. It's just I'm not a
Yeah,
ballet
but
guy.
but I also would say typically on a schedule like that, you're not going to tack on something. You know, people are just like, yeah, the ballet ends in 2 hours.
That's right.
I'll have enough time to go home, pay
just-
the babysitter. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, more Nutcracker.
It was hard. Like it's a bad time. Like I get they're trying to do it all at once, but it was a bad time to be like, and here's the other thing is since we're in the field segment, the girl that gets the job for the ballet and this is her big moment. You just stomped all over her.
Yes.
Like you didn't
Yep.
give her any sort of
right.
ability to get any
But
sort
you
of.
stomp on over everybody who's
Everybody,
performed. And
yes.
so, hey, listen, everyone's taken their whole time to devote to this thing, and we're going to upstage the
That's right.
entire thing for somebody who
Yeah.
has not practiced
Yeah.
with you guys at all in any capacity. That's a glaring wait what.
It's a stomp.
It was terrible.
It's not great.
Stomp. This is actually true. Lynn, I don't know how you knew about this. Was it Linda? Yeah, Lynn in the Facebook group, Comedy Life, brought up that Rig did play the Rat King.
Oh, I played him all right. Now I thought it was Radigan from the Great Mouse Detective. So some of my choices were interesting. I made some snide remarks. That's a real girly tutu you got on, isn't it, Chief? Hey, you walk on your tiptoes often? Try not to scare everybody with your bad dancing. I'm Radigan. Where's that Sherlock Holmes mouse at?
That's tough.
People
buddy.
were very confused.
It lasted one. It was one performance. I think,
performance,
and
but
he
it
got
was
out of there.
I can't believe she knew about that.
I can't either.
Hey guys, let's take one more quick break and we'll be right back here on Deck Dog. I had no feels, by the way.
I
I didn't even. Hey guys,
hey,
it's the holiday season.
The holiday season.
You know what I like? Screwball peanut butter whiskey. It's really good and it makes me feel frisky. Not in no weird way, but like totally above board. The holiday seasons, yeah. Screwball peanut butter whiskey is the perfect addition to this week. The Christmas week is here, everybody. And what better way to enjoy the holiday season than with some Screwball peanut butter whiskey? Add it to your coffee. Add it to whatever you want to. It's going to enhance it. It's going to make it feel festive. You can get it wherever you get your drinks.
have you had a few tonight?
No.
Okay,
Dude, you are all over the place.
Please drink responsibly. Screwball peanut butter whiskey. Hey guys, let's get to the Wait What's. Part of the show we talk about what's in this
hard
movie.
to come up with any. I'm sorry I took one of yours. I literally just thought of that as you were talking. I didn't.
Literally, yeah.
Hey, did you have any feels?
Yeah, thanks for cutting my segment short with my feels.
I cut my off too.
Yeah.
No,
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Search my heart found nothing.
I go out on this crazy limb where if I don't have feels, I assume you don't either.
That's not fair.
You didn't have a feel?
No, I didn't.
Wait a minute.
The dance was my feel. The dance is a feel.
Hold on. You were just a minute ago saying, well, I'm way bigger on it than you are. Like, I'm middling on it, but you couldn't find a single feel?
I enjoyed the movie. I had enjoyable feels.
Normally, if you don't have a
sort of
feel,
feels.
a
The kiss
concrete
was
feel,
bad.
that's a telltale sign you don't like the movie.
No, I just didn't have any feels. I mean, I had friendship feels. I had feels like I liked the dance. I didn't have any feels.
Okay.
Feels.
Yeah, normally I'm just saying normally when that happens, you do not like the movie. It's a bad movie.
I'm a changed man.
Okay.
I love friendship.
Over a new leaf.
I love friendship movies.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Guys, let's talk about the Wait What's. Panda?
Yeah, so Vivi, when she first meets Justin, and he starts playing some music for her. So I guess it's the second time he meets her. He's like, hey, I produce music. You want to listen to some of it, which is just such a Justin move, but that's fine. Classic Justin. And she listens to it, and her first response is, this isn't seasonal? Which I think is just a weird thing when somebody tells you,
it's a weird thing.
I produce music. And it's like if you met a music producer, the first time you're listening to it, you're like, it's not Christmas music. No, it's
just dumb. Like, it's just a dumb comment in general. I can't believe I didn't catch it.
If
but
you're a music
like,
producer, you play your best stuff.
Yeah.
You don't play the stuff that's like
you're a chef.
I mean, I got this spooky Halloween song, but it's not any good. But it's Halloween, so I have to, right?
You're a chef. Bring me your best. Oh, this is a dessert. Well, I haven't really eaten lunch.
I don't know. I just didn't understand.
Stop
it was wild. It was wild. She deserved some, maybe. I don't know. Here's my second question. The Devil Wears Prada lay Cat. Is that Cat's her name?
Yeah, Katarina, short for Katarina.
Right. When she sees her training Vivi, and she gets angry, she sits there and she goes, "This is the week of the production.
That's
like,
right.
This is it.
Yeah.
We got to be focused. You need to have your head in the game. I'm so upset about that. You're suspended."
Yeah.
What? How is it that you need to sit there and say, you need your head in the game? We need you during this week.
Right.
I'm so upset. You know what? You're suspended. That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand that scene. Equally, I don't understand her getting angry at Mateo for saying anything. I don't understand that entire.
I understood the first part because I think they tried to cover their tracks by making her get more involved later, and she was so mad she fired her or whatever, which is dumb. But the Mateo bit, I'm with you on.
I just don't understand it. I
get it. We're trying to write women that don't need saving, and I appreciate that. That's really good on Hallmark's part. But he wasn't trying to rescue or save her. All of those people on stage had her back.
Yes.
They all piped up and said something. Even Justin said something.
Yeah, which is shocking.
For him to say anything with any emotion, surprising.
Yeah, very surprising.
But for Mateo, like, they all were saying things.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense that she's mad at him for trying to say, I just didn't get that at all.
Last thing I'm just, I'm confused about is the dance reel. I understand the premise of the dance reel that she has put online, but there's the thing that's confusing about this is she meets the girl she's competing with, and she said, well, I've been applying to all these schools. She goes, well, I put my dance reel up online so that people can see it. But then when she's later confronted about the dance reel, she sits there and she goes, oh, it's something I only show to my friends. Which, why would you have a dance reel that you simply just show to your friends? Like, I'm confused about that. Like, you either have a dance reel to send out to companies or like, I'm confused. I don't understand it. But I don't understand the world of dance either.
Well, it sounds like you do. It sounds like this is very personal to you.
It does.
Guys, I didn't want to brag or anything, but
You have a dance reel?
I have a dance reel. I don't show it just to my friends, though. I show it to everyone I meet. It's one of those things.
I can't
like
believe
Justin.
it took you this long to bring up your dance reel because we hear about it literally every day.
Yeah, it's
true.
You literally you'll reference like minute and second like timestamps of your dance reel like we've seen it that many times.
Well, yeah,
Guys,
I know.
I put together a best of clip of Panda bringing up his dance reel when he shouldn't bring it up. You want me to play it?
On a Monday?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Oh man, this episode of Scooby-Doo is wild.
You know what?
Unbelievable.
So Scooby-Doo's cool and everything, but there was this one time I was dancing and for my dance show, and around minute 7, I do something very similar to Scooby-Doo.
Man, guys, guess what? The Monster Mash back in.
Dude, back in.
The Monster Mash is awesome, but I'll tell you what else is awesome is when I dance the Monster Mash.
Hey, does anything else rhyme with whiskey aside from frisky?
Risky.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. It doesn't really rhyme with whiskey, but Dancy kind of has a Y in it, and I get
Guys, I'm having a boy.
Hey, I danced.
Man, that was a good clip
That's
show.
a good clip show, Trace. That's very
Thank
impressive.
you.
Sometimes I don't think you do anything, but now I'm rethinking that.
I don't have family. Got any more waywoods?
You good?
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Guys, I want to know how Mateo turned on the spotlight from way up yonder and then just appeared walking down the aisle.
He's a telepath.
That guy really is good at his job.
He had a pad. He had an iPad that he's controlling lights with. I had the same thing, and then I noticed he was
You're an
using
iPad
something.
boy.
Oh,
All
iPad
right,
boy.
Mateo. Guys, the garland on the doorways in this place is a disaster waiting to happen. I want to paint you a picture in case you missed it. You know how doorways are with points and whatnot?
Yeah.
Imagine a scenario where instead of going around the points, you just come at them at an angle like this. That in this situation, unless you walk through the doorway, any doorway straight through the middle, your head's hitting that boy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know like in dance, like it pays to be a little bit on the smaller side because you can do more things and stuff. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm no panda.
You went like
I know-
McDonald's arches knee kick.
Yeah, I'm no panda. But this is a disaster waiting to happen, and someone needs to fix it. There is a scene in this movie where it starts to snow, unlike anything I've ever seen before. It legitimately does look like someone was standing above them with a box full of snow and just dumped it on them. It's a full Dumptron.
You'll Dumptron. Classic. Saw him live.
Guys, I know Justin is in charge of the Christmas Carolers, so it would be shocking for everybody to know that these Christmas Carolers are not good. I know that's shocking because Justin is a music producer and he can do everything. He can do everything. But the caroling situation is not good, and maybe he should not do that. They are in doing the performance of the Nutcracker. You know what they love in fine art?
Oh, boy.
Someone in the crowd shooting video
Yeah, they love that. Yeah.
of a professional ballet. It is, everyone loves that. Everyone loves that. Dan?
Am I to understand this right? And I could have missed something here, but the guy that's running the lights for the Nutcracker has never seen the Nutcracker.
That's Mateo, though. That's Mateo.
I'm going to say it one more time. The guy running the lights for the entire ballet of the Nutcracker, the one where you need to know where people are going to be and where they're going to appear and when the lights go on and off, has never seen it before?
But he is training that whole week to learn the spots.
He's never seen the ballet. He's never seen it.
Yeah, you have a thing. It tells you when to do it.
Yeah, I don't think you have to. It's like with,
Really?
Yeah,
It's like sheet music. If you are a good musician, you can
just
get
feel
sheet
like-
music and play it.
But the guy, I feel like the guy that's running lights for anything that's happening should be familiar with the thing he's running lights for.
Well, guys, I don't want to talk about my dance reel or anything, but guys, I don't want to talk about my dance reel.
Did you just rewind the actual tape? Did that happen?
I knew it was coming, and so I wanted to get ahead of it.
You wanted to get ahead of it somehow.
I found out in live audio you can't do it.
You can't do it. Interesting. We had a lot happen
That's
there.
on me. Blah, blah, blah.
I do need to talk about what I'm calling the Andy Williams fake out in this movie.
Oh my gosh. Holy smokes, that's
The
so
Andy
true.
Williams fake out in this movie is next level.
That's crazy.
I couldn't believe this was happening. The whole band strikes up. Bam, 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 bam. And you think Andy Williams is about to come in. It's the most wonderful time.
Oh, it was going to hit
And
hard.
I'm like, did they pay for this? And then it is some unrecognizable guy going, Christmas. with a Christmas mouse. I don't even know what words he's saying. Yeah, I don't know what is it.
They ducked that when they knew what they were
People
doing.
start talking and the music dives through the floor and you hear Christmas.
And they bring up when it's just the music, ba-da-ba-ba-down. They're like, bring it up, go quick, dump it down. He's about to sing. Someone might notice it's not the real one. Christmas is time.
At one point, somebody says,
I like the Christmas.
Christmas is the doors and open up. Jesus.
Do you know what?
Maybe Jesus. At some point in this movie, our lead says, if you ask any professional ballerina, many will say their dream started with the Nutcracker. If you ask, I don't even know how to piece that together. I rewound it too. If you ask any, bar none, any ballerina, 100 out of 100, many of them will say that their favorite show's the Nutcracker. At one point, she also makes an appeal that ballet is moving into the next century. We're 20 years into this century. What do they mean by that? Are they moving to 2100?
Panda?
Or do they just now get to 2000?
It is. Guys, the things are taking place in the ballet world right now. Guys, I absolutely love the future. I mean, just think about it. And dance is one of them. My reel is awesome.
Good God.
Yeah, guys. So should I go get that scab checked out?
No, I think it's good. It's clearing up. That redness around it, it's good stuff. Wasn't he at that point, if Trace had the clip right?
No. I was
he
talking
played the clip where he had already cut in
that's
and
right.
then Brenda.
Later. Yeah, that's
Listen.
right. That's right.
Sometimes this show gets classy.
It does. Sometimes it gets
Boy,
too hard
that
to
is
follow,
that
if you
is
believe it.
next level cut.
It's like Christmas House 2.
Yeah, it's tough to follow sometimes. So ballet's moving to the next century. So flying cars and everything. Good luck, guys. I don't know. I want to be very clear. According to the,
So does that mean it's going to take till the year 3000?
I don't understand.
For some Latin flair to.
No,
The 2100 century, not millennium.
Listen, ballet's cutting edge.
Ballet
But come
is
on,
moving
man.
into the next century. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I honestly don't. Is she saying it's moving into 20 years ago? Or is she saying it's moving into 80 years in the future?
Been to the year 3000.
Really?
Not much has changed.
Not much has changed?
But we live underwater.
Man, fantastic.
And your
Good for you.
great granddaughter,
Yeah.
she's doing fine.
Doing fine, thank goodness. Thanks, Joe, bro.
Great. That's still not enough greats.
Great granddaughter.
I do want to be clear.
That's not
Based
Come on, Joe. You're better than that.
Based
Kev.
upon the marquee outside the theater, tickets have been going fast for the Nutcracker for weeks. They're not going fast.
Yeah.
They're not. If you put that up there for weeks, they're not going fast. They're not.
Yeah,
they're
that's
not
true.
doing it.
That's true.
And then lastly, I just couldn't get over how cutthroat this ballet troupe was in Alexandria, Virginia.
So
Not a traveling.
this is one of my what the hallmarks. This is my what the hallmark.
Okay.
Is why are so many big Broadway people such as Natalia and the guy who they do bring in for choreography coming into this town unless this is some sort of like big deal that we don't know about, right? Natalia, the Bobby Flay of dance, comes
There. And
Okay,
then
this
the
is her hometown, so
choreographer-
that makes sense.
The choreographer, big time.
Choreographer from Broadway.
Yes.
So Natalia, I get a pass on because it's her hometown, of course. But bringing in the
So there's an answer to this.
Okay, great.
So Kat has been running like a training center for dancers. And so
Right.
this is like where you go to get your start, it seems like, in the dance.
so it's like
world.
a farm. It's like a farm system.
It looks that way, yeah.
So it is, you know.
It's a big deal.
In Alexandria, Virginia.
So
Which I don't know. It's not where I got my training, but you know.
that's interesting though. They train the dancers. You think that you would also have someone training choreography, but no, they got to bring in a big hotshot deal maker from Broadway.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
Yeah. Doesn't make any sense.
I just it felt like this was a very big deal, but not a big deal.
It
I
did.
couldn't figure
No,
it
I
out.
couldn't figure out. They were trying to somehow piecemeal it together to make it more prestigious than the city would lends you to believe.
I think they backed themselves in the corner with Alexandria.
For sure.
Yeah. Panda, do you have any with the hallmarks?
No, I don't really.
Okay.
Be honest with you.
I got you. Is it me or you?
Yeah,
got
but
another
it's
one?
you. No, that was good.
They do some Christmas karaoke, and like her parents do what we think is a rendition of Silent Night. We don't get to hear it. And she says, Silent Night, not so silent after all, which means I guess they sang it. But the thing that happens after that is she says, as a kid, I thought the song was about a guy with weight issues. Round John Virgin.
Yeah.
So there's a guy, and his name is John Virgin.
Yep.
And the thing you took away from that was he's fat.
Yeah.
How is that line in this movie?
Round John, baby.
Let's round John for you, though.
His name's John Virgin, and he showed up in a movie
Or
in
he is
a
a-
show called Silent.
Or he is a
Silent
virgin.
Night. Yeah,
That was his nickname.
Round John, the Virgin.
Yeah. Which there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, but he is tender and mild, just like he likes his steak.
But they say lowly infant at some point.
He was. Think
At one
about it.
point,
He was around John Virgin.
Yeah, he was a little baby.
Yeah, shows you what I know.
Everybody's a baby at one point.
Yeah.
You're a baby. You're
Yeah,
a
I
big
was.
baby.
You're right, big baby.
We did, everybody. Congratulations. Guys, Fruit Loops. They're thinking about getting them off the train.
Dude.
Fruit Loops are cool. I like a good Fruit Loop. I actually do this great spin that looks like a Fruit Loop on minute 3.
Can you do it for us right now?
Yeah. Let me go ahead and try it.
All right.
And that's where the audio cuts out, and it's really disappointing. I'm sorry.
Well,
Why are you saying that, Panda? There's no audio
there's
here.
no
It's
audio.
just us talking
This is
about,
just us talking.
about your. We were talking about Fruit Loops. Now we're talking about a dance tape. What are you talking about? Are you have like somebody
Can
in
you
your
do
ear?
it?
I hurt my calf. It's a calf hurt.
Just do it.
I can't do it.
I think you can do it.
I don't feel good about it. I can't. This is a lot of pressure on me right now.
Well, then just pull up the reel.
All right, I'll pull up the reel.
Okay.
That's not working, guys. I don't know.
We'll be back tomorrow with an episode. Until then, maybe the first to wish you a
Merry Christmas!
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast. It's presented by Philo TV. It's produced by Brandon Gray and recorded live in, Greenville, South Carolina. Set decor is by Plum at Haywood Mall. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on Bramble Jam Podcast Network, you can go to bramblejampodcast.com.
You're about to hear some ads that help keep the lights